Hi everyone, this is the homework help video for two-step equation word problems. So I'm just going to go through all of them. I know you may have done some of these in class, so you could fast forward until you see the one you're stuck on. This will probably be two videos as well. Okay, number one, 331 students went on a field trip. 6 buses were filled and 7 students traveled in cars. So they want to know how many students were in each bus. First of all, the trick I use to determine what I should make my variable equal to is I look at the question they're asking. So how many students in each bus? That means I need to define a variable and say that it is going to be the answer to my question, students in each bus. Okay, so there are 6 buses, so 6 times however many students are on each bus, plus 7 extra students that are in cars, is equal to 331 total. Okay, to solve, I need to first zero my constant, right? So 331 minus 7 is 324, and then 6b carries down. So I divide both sides by 6, and I get b is equal to 54. So what that means is there's 54 students in each bus. Okay, your answer is always in words if your question is in words. Number 2, they want to know, they're going to want to know how much each pencil cost when Aaliyah had $24 to spend on 7 pencils. After buying them, she had $10. So how much did each pencil cost? Well, we know that we don't know how much the pencils cost, but we know she got, we're going to try to look for the cost of a pencil, so we're going to say P is the cost of a pencil. So we know she got 7 of them. And we know that 7P is equal to $24 minus 10 because she got $10 back. So 7P equals 14, and I can see right away that P is equal to 2. So that means $2 for each pencil. I can't stress that enough. Words in, words out, right? Okay. Number 3, the sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 72. What are the smallest of these numbers, or what is the smallest of these numbers? I think would be better grammatically. So x is the smallest number. Again, just following the question. So let's first talk about this really quick. Consecutive means in a row. For example, like 7, 8, 9, something like that. We don't know if that's what it is, but it's numbers in a row. So the first number of my mystery numbers is going to be, let's call it x. We already said it is. That means the next one, whatever it is going to be x plus 1. And then the third will be x plus 2. Again, we don't know what they are, but we know they are going to be in a row. They'll be related to each other like this. So we're going to say x plus 1 plus x plus 2. And you can even put some parentheses around these to kind of define this. Is equal to what? Well, the sum of them is 72. So we know that. To solve for this, I think you might have done this in class, but I'll go ahead and do it. I have 3 x's, so I'll say 3x. And then these two numbers add together to be 3, equal to 72. Subtract 3 from both sides. 69, and 3x is equal to that. So then divide it by 3. 3 goes into 69, 23 times. So x is equal to 23. So what's my answer to this? Well, my answer is that the smallest number is 23. And in actuality, the 3 numbers are 23, 24, 25, right? Okay, so similar problem again, except they're even numbers. So it's something like 4, 6, 8, something like that. Again, we're going to have x is going to be whatever our first number is, then x plus 2 has to be the second number, and x plus 4 has to be the third number. So they're all equal to 48. So we're just going to say x plus 2 plus x plus 4 is equal to 48. I have 3 x's here total, and then I have remaining numbers that add up to 6. Subtract 6 from both sides, I get 42 is equal to 3x. And then when you do the math, divide by 3, x is equal to 14. So the question is, what is the smallest of these numbers? So 14 is the smallest. And that means they're going to be 14, 16, 18, right? Okay, how much more time do I have? Oh, a little more time. Okay, you bought a magazine for $5 and 4 erasers. We don't know how much they cost. You spent a total of $25. So how much did each eraser cost? I don't know how much they cost, but I do know that I bought 4 of them. And I also bought a magazine. Total, I spent $25. I'll take away 5 from both sides. I get 20 equals 4e. Divide those by 4. E is going to equal 5. That means each eraser was $5. Okay, and I have time for a little more. Okay, Maria bought 7 boxes. A week later, half of all her boxes were destroyed in a fire. Now there are only 22 boxes left. With how many did she start? So we'll say B is boxes at the start. And let's go back and look at this question. So she bought 7 boxes. So this is a constant. We already know it's 7. A week later, she started with some certain amount. We don't know what that is. Then she bought 7. Then a week later, half of all her boxes were destroyed. So this is going to be a subtraction sign, right? B over 2. And this is equal to 22 because that's how many that are left. So the story goes, start with the boxes, we're going to add 7, and then we're going to subtract half of all the boxes. So let's solve. Adding or taking away 7 from both sides, we get 15 on this side, and then we get b minus b over 2. So we can just multiply this fraction and say it's going to be 2b over 2 because it's equivalent to 1. And we'll say 2b minus b is 1b. So b over 2 equals 15. It's like saying a whole minus a half is a half. So we know this works out. So half of b is 15, but we need to bring this whole equation up so that we know what a whole b is. So if b over 2 is equal to 15, then we can multiply each side by 2. And that cancels, so b equals 30. So she started with 30, So she started with 30 boxes. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop it there and then make another video.